What is up, everybody? It's Cobes here, and today I am back with a South Park Phone Destroyer video. In today's video, it's part 2 of what PvE cards we want to see in PvP. So we're going to do 3 episodes again. We're starting on episode 4. We did the first 3 episodes in a previous video. I will link in the description if you want to go check that out. And then after we're done doing these 3, then we're going to do 2 more episodes, 2 more times for 2 more videos. So I hope you guys do enjoy this series. Let's get started with all of these stages. I did the first 2 stages and there weren't any new troops, but we do have one new troop here, Turbo Space Grunt. We reviewed Space Grunt in the first one. This guy has the same attack and the same health as the regular Space Grunt, but this guy would be a rare card, and his charged ability is speed up enemies for 3 seconds. So having everyone sped up on your team would be amazing, but you can already do that with Hyperdrive and Choirboy Tweak. But Choirboy Tweak is a really trash character, I think at least, and having an attacker that can speed up every other of your assassins, tanks, all that stuff, I think this guy would be a lot better than Choirboy Tweak and Hyperdrive. So I would really like to see this in the game, and a ground troop that speeds everyone up. I don't know if it's going to be added, but what do you guys think about this guy? I think this could definitely be a good addition, and it would make sense to me. So throughout episode 4, there was only one new character we had not seen, and that was Space Grunt. I think he could be a cool new addition to the game. I just hope to see more in episode 5 and episode 6 as well. So let's get started, guys, and see if we can find any more new PvE troops that could possibly transfer over to PvP. So as we get further on into this, I feel like we're going to be seeing more charges, more death wishes, and more war cries. So we have Sub-Zero Titan. He's basically a tank, charged, freeze enemies in an area for 2 seconds. 14 attack at level 2, so that would definitely be a lot better if he was like level 4 or 5. I'm assuming it would be similar to Sheriff Cartman's stats, if I had to guess. So let's just say it's similar to Sheriff Cartman's stats at level 4. He has 800 health and about 40 attack. Let's just say that. Okay, so his freeze is, he freezes enemies in area for 2 seconds. That sounds very similar to Osmo 4000. So I think Sub-Zero Titan would never be added in the game because it's already so similar to Osmo 4000 that you can't really add a card like that. It's way too similar, and it's a tank. Maybe if it was maybe if it was like an assassin and they could freeze, that could be added into the game, but another tank that's very similar to Osmo 4000 can't be added into the game. A really cool concept and a really cool looking card. The design's awesome, but I'm not picking this one for PvP. So surprisingly, we only saw one new card in episode 4 and in episode 5. So 2 so far we have seen. I hope to see maybe 2 or 3 within episode 6. And then for the next one, I hope to see about 5 new ones. If I don't see any more new ones today, who knows if this video is actually going out, because if it's only 2 new ones, I don't think I should do it. Maybe I'll do another episode if we don't find any more new ones, and then I'll just keep this series to 3 videos. But let's get started with this final episode for today, unless we don't see enough new cards. So we have a new card here, Mormon Missionary, knocking on heaven's door. So at a 5 energy cost, he has 6, 11 health, and 27 attack. At level 3, I think that would scale a little bit higher than Sheriff Cartman's health and Sheriff Cartman's attack if we were to level this guy up to 4 and then level him up to 5 if you really wanted to. But at 5 energy, it's really tough to really justify using a 5 energy costing card unless they have something really special about them. I think Grand Wizard Cartman is usable, but he has a decent ability and a ton of health. He has so much health on him. So the Mormon Missionary, he looks cool. It's a cool concept, I think, just having a Mormon Missionary in the game. But if this guy has an ability later on in a future episode, then we can talk about this guy more seriously than right now. But leave your comments telling me what kind of charge or death wish or anything. Warcry possibly. I don't think we've seen Warcries on tanks before, but a Warcry on a tank could be cool, and maybe this guy could have it. So I might mispronounce this guy's name, but we have the Zionist Ranger, and I'm glad to see some new cards. Attacks with kosher candles. So this guy's a ranged unit with 3 energy cost and 119 health and 34 attack. So at level 3, this guy has a decently strong attack. If we were to level him up to 4 or 5, I think he could be viable in PvP. So I would pick this guy over the Mormon Missionary any day of the week, even though personally I don't like ranged cards that much. I don't really use them. If I were going to use one, I would probably use Captain Windy, which I think I may use, but that's solely for her ability. And I think range cards can be good, but you probably shouldn't use them in too much excess. So as a mystical player, this would be a mystical card. Would you really want to use this guy over an Angel Windy? I think Angel Windy's ability is so much better. If this guy had a lot higher attack, I could see myself using him. But at his current attack, it is decently strong for a ranged unit. I just can't see myself using him or wanting him in PvP. Maybe if you're a mystical player though, you could want this guy. Thankfully, we have another card. I kind of looked past this guy, but we can talk about him now. He is the episode 6 stage 1 boss. So praise the Lord, this guy has no special ability, but at level 3, 5 energy costing, he's basically like a really high attacking tank. I could see myself using this if I had mystical. At level 3, he has 70 attack, so let's say we got him up to level 5. Which I guess this guy would be a rare. So let's say we got him up to level 4 and his attack was like even 100 with 1,000 health, let's say. That would be such a strong and must-use card even at 5 energy. So I think Youth Pastor Craig would be the one you have to use out of all of these cards if they were added into PvP. What do you think about this guy? He would be awesome to have on your team. I just want to take a look and see what kind of damage he does to any of my troops. And he's a ranged unit? I was not expecting that, guys. So a ranged unit that's basically a tank with insane attack. How could you not use this guy? I know he probably wouldn't be susceptible to lightning bolt just because he's so high on health. And he's a ranged unit, so you could put him behind a Zen Cartman and Angel Windy. It might get fireballed, but your Youth Pastor Craig would stay alive regardless. If you use regeneration, you could probably get him back up to full health or close to it, or hallelujah. I feel like this card would be almost unstoppable. You would be able to take out a bar with him for sure. Almost every time you dropped him, if I had to guess. But I would love to see this guy in the game, just a complete OP ranged unit. It would be awesome. So here we have Little Choirboy. Those bells really hurt. At 2 energy cost, I don't see myself ever dropping this guy. His attack seems to be a little bit low. I guess he could be like a Sally, possibly. Let's check out my Sally's attack. So even at level 5, if you were to upgrade this guy, the Little Choirboy, I really don't think you would get high enough attack and high enough level to even compete against a Sally. So let's say he has like a really fast attack. That's the only way I could see myself using him. But tell me what you guys think. Would you want to see that in the game? That's one that I don't feel is very realistic, and I doubt we'll ever see in the game. Even though I know one of the Randys spawns him in. I think it's Sexy Nun Randy, because that makes sense. Yeah, they spawn in. He spawns in Little Choirboy. So would you like to see this as an actual troop? Maybe if it was 1 cost, or if it's 2 cost, it spawns 2 of them. Other than that though, if it just spawns 1, I can't see myself using it. Let's use some OP hyperdrive and absolutely obliterate this stand, or Poseidon's stand. So we have another tower card. We've been seeing a lot of these. The Holy Defender. Holy Flames from Above. At level 3, 74 attack and 758 health. There's no way this would be ever added into the game. It's a little bit too OP. For a ranged unit, it's way too high costing. Or it's not way too high costing, it's way too high health and way too high attack for a ranged unit. The only way I could see them adding this into the game is if there was like a timer on him. So let's say you drop him and he's in the match for about 30 seconds. and then he dies. So the timer doesn't take away his health, but after the timer is done, all of his health is gone. He's dead then. So I think that's the only way you could really add this guy into the game, or justify adding this guy into the game. But at 3 energy costs, this guy would definitely, you would have to have him on your deck. He would be too good for defense, especially as a mystical player, which I think are a little bit more defensive out of every other theme. So I think using this guy would be amazing, and it would be a must-use card if you could have him. But you couldn't have him if he just stayed alive the whole time and you actually had to kill him. I think the timer could be a cool concept. I think Imp Tweak is actually going to be added in the game in the future, but at level 2, 5 energy costing, this guy is absolutely deadly with 714 health and 51 attack. You definitely have to lower that, but I feel like this guy could be a great card. So let's say you lower his health a little bit. You could increase his attack. I don't even feel like you could increase his attack, actually, to be honest. His attack is a little bit too high, and his health, if we're realistically talking, his health and attack are way too high. If this guy was a legendary card, then I could see this being a really high health, really high attacking card, but it would take a ton of shots from Terrence, maybe like 20 shots from Terrence to kill him, and it would be a for sure health bar unless you were able to take care of him with possibly a lightning bolt to get him down a little bit, and then a Terrence. But if you lowered his attack and lowered his health, I would say you'd have to lower his energy as well. So let's say he's a 4 energy costing with 40 attack and maybe 500 health. That would still be an insane card. It could still be 5 energy at that point, I think, but it would be insanely high health, not the greatest attack, and I'm talking about these stats at like maybe level 2 or 3 if it was a legendary card. If it's a rare card, then those stats at level 4 or level 5. But these stats at level 2, it's just ridiculous. I would love to see this guy in the game, but I feel like he won't be added in the game anytime soon. Bounty Hunter Kyle will probably be added before him, just because, like, realistically, I would say we don't need another flying troop for Mystical right now since Cupid Cartman just got added. But Imp Tweak would be an awesome addition to the game. I feel like there needs to be more flying troops. Well, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. This was really fun to make, and I know I missed one. And we've talked about it before. I think I missed one at least. Where is it? Did we miss Bounty? Yeah, we did miss Bounty Hunter Kyle. I'm not going to review that guy. I reviewed him in a previous video, but a fantasy flying troop is must needed in this game, in my personal opinion. I know fantasy has gotten a bunch of buffs recently, and with hyperdrive being bugged as fuck, it's gotten another buff for the time being, but Bounty Hunter Kyle is a must have in this game. Thank you guys for watching. Tell me who you want the most. Drop a like for me. Subscribe if you did enjoy. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.